Hi guys, this is Diane, and today is about maximizing your use of weeds that you can find in your garden, maybe on your balcony, maybe in your neighborhood. There is a weed that I discovered last year and that I harvested, and it grows in my garden rampant, and I absolutely love this weed. It is called mallow, and I want to show you what it looks like. At least in my garden, that's what it looks like. You have this gorgeous leaf like this. It has these little flowers, and I love this plant. A lot of people pull them out because they think those are weeds, and in a way they are, because they can invade your garden. But I love the properties of this plant. I harvest everything from this plant, mostly the leaves. I can harvest the flowers, and you don't see it here, but it also has these little wheels. Let me see if I can find an example here. Okay, they haven't fully developed yet, but in there's going to be little dried up wheels, and they're going to be the seeds. Right now it's not the end of the summer, so when it's the end of the summer, I will also harvest the seeds. The seeds are edible too. So check in your backyard, in your neighborhood, and make sure you have a good plant identification app. I learned about this plant from a local gardening expert, a local harvesting expert who's been harvesting plants for decades. So I know that this is definitely mallow in my own backyard. You need to check this and double check to make sure that the plants in your backyard, at least what you think is mallow, it really is mallow, and you need local expertise. I think there's nothing better than to actually ask somebody who's used the plant for years or even decades to confirm, yes, this is the plant, and these are the features of this plant in our local environment. So mallow is fantastic. I use it up. I just harvested a bunch from my own backyard. I'm very happy about this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop it a little bit more finely, and I'm going to dry those up. So I'm chopping, I don't know if you can see, I'm just going to roughly chop it. I didn't get the stems. I care about the leaves more because I'm planning on making a tea out of this. But first, I need to dry up the plant matter. I'm going to put my plant matter, fresh plant matter, in this cotton bag, and I'm going to let it dry for a very long time in a dark place, away from the sun. And it needs to be fully dried, no moisture left, so that I can then store it for the rest of the year. And I drink a lot of this in the winter time. Why? Why is because mallow has, once you turn it into a tea, you can create an infusion from it by adding hot water. So it needs to be dried first so that the hot water extracts all the compounds. And the tea that comes out of it is kind of green in color, and it has this kind of the liquid is not even water anymore. It's kind of like, not like a gel, but it has this thickness to it because it's mucilagenic. I can never say this word. Mucilagenic. This is really hard for me. Anyways, Maybe you can help me with the word mucilaginogenic. um, it is, the compounds in this are creating this lovely coating that when you drink it, it soothes your everything. It soothes your mouth, it soothes your throat, your digestive system. It's kind of like aloe gel in a way. It creates this beautiful protection. I love the flavor of this. I prefer drinking this in the winter, especially if I get like a dry, like a sore throat, or I feel like something having something soothing because the air is dry, because it's cold, because maybe I've been sneezing, or maybe just to improve or to soothe my digestive system, which I have some challenges with at times. So this, once I've dried it up, because I drink a lot of it throughout the year, I usually turn it into a powder, just blend it once it's fully dried. And once it's blended, then I can pack a lot of mallow in a small jar container. I do harvest a lot of plants, so it can take a lot of space in my kitchen. And so, for the purpose of maximizing my space, I do turn it into a powder. It looks a bit like matcha powder. It's gorgeous. And this is, last year I harvested a lot of mallow and I almost finished it all. That's how much I use it, and so that's what's left. So I definitely want to use the summer to harvest a lot. This is just a little bit from a couple bushes that I found in my garden. Um, but I'm definitely going to harvest more in a few weeks' time because I want to have a lot of it. I want to give it to my friends as well, especially in the wintertime. It makes a lovely gift. And yeah, it's one of those plants that is very safe to use on a regular basis. Not all plants are like that. Some of them are really for like serious infections or colds or flus, and you use them temporarily. This one is very gentle, and so I would encourage you to check in your own backyard to see if you have mallow, to confirm with a local expert who's been using the plant itself for a long time to confirm that it is what it is. Double check with a plant identification app. But for me, I know this plant really good in my neighborhood. I can spot it. Even my 9-year-old son can easily spot it. He knows what it is, and he can recognize other plants because we're creating this connection with our local nature, our local environment. And that's the goal. The goal is to declutter, remove the things that are not serving us, and to create a deeper connection and maximize this life. And this life involves air, water, food, plants, trees, animal life, connection and relationship with other people, and connection and relationship with oneself, a connection and relationship with the greater power or the great spirit or whatever is way beyond us, this great mystery that bonds us all together. So it's just starting so small by checking out the weeds in your own backyard and maybe realizing that some of these weeds are actually very beneficial to your health, have a lot of nutritional values. I could technically stir fry this. It's a little bit fibrous. It's not my preference. I've tried. And yeah, you can use it as spinach, just a little bit, add it to your omelette or whatever, and you can stir fry it. I do like to use it as a tea. I love how it feels when I drink it. It's so soothing and soft. I love it. And you can probably also flavor it with other herbs, and you can probably create a blend as well. But it's wonderful. Mallow mallow. I hope this video has been useful to you. I'm Diane with Minimize Clutter, Maximize Life, and this is part of life maximizing. Thank you, plants. I'm so grateful for this connection that you human beings have discovered over hundreds, thousands, probably tens of thousands of years. We have learned about these plants that grow near us, and we have learned that some of them can be very useful and supportive of our health, of our nutrition, and our growth as human beings. So thank you, Mallow. I hope you found use in this video, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.